and welcome to Hillbilly Luxury, where I like to look at watches and sports cars and all kinds of crap. But first off, I'd like to thank everyone that has subscribed to my channel. Can you believe it? I'm already almost 50 subscribers. And I know for a lot of channels, they don't care. That's nothing. Drop in the hat. For me, an average person, you create your YouTube channel and see if people subscribe. It just don't happen. But anyways, I'm going to take a look at this watch right here. This is the toughest watch they've ever made. I'm telling you, I wear this thing every day to work. You can beat the crap out of it, and you never have to set it. It never loses time. It's amazing. I'm going to show you why. Alright, I'm going to start with the packaging, because you're not going to get a lot of it for this money, but who needs it? This watch ain't made to be luxury. It's made to cut costs and be efficient and tough. You got yourself an aluminum case. You can put other stuff in that, you know, but that's what your watch is going to come in. Anyways, let's move on to the watch. Right here is the money. This is top quality craftsmanship. This thing, look at that. You got your, now I will say some of them with the positive display is a little bit easier to see. You know, you're going to be, some angles a lot. You're going to have a hard time, you know, reading it, but you know, that's all right. I mean, most of the time you can hit the little backlight, you know, wherever it is. Oh, I'm hitting it upside down. That, I will get into that in a minute. Let me go back through the phone. All right. I will get into that in a minute with some of the problems that I will say that I think they're addressing in the newer models, but with this old model, the buttons are a little bit small, in my opinion. They need to be beefed up and easier to hit. But overall, it's a great watch. I mean, you look at its dimensions. I can't remember exactly. I'll put them in the video here in a minute. But you look at the dimensions, and on my almost 8-inch wrist, I think I'm at like 775. But look at that. It's a great fitting watch. And you don't have any crown here, so nothing digs into the back of your hand. You know, you got all this flex, you know, and you got your micro adjustments. I mean, you got yourself a stamped clasp or a clasp, and that's pretty neat, you know. I think that's in the fancier G-Shocks. That's where there's a locking mechanism there that you lock. Anyways, you see you got your micro adjustments on the side, so you could throw them, see when you get your bracelet sized, you can, you know, adjust it in fine. Of course, you know, you always like to have those easy on-the-fly adjustments, but, you know, you don't have to have that, really. I mean, you know, if it's going to cost you an extra $500, do you really need it? So let's look at the back of this thing here. We got the case, we got the model. You can see it's all grody. I've been wearing this one for years, but that's the model number, B56 10 BC. Yeah, there you go. It's literally an atomic watch. So if you don't know what an atomic watch is, it's got one of my hairs stuck in there. But an atomic watch is, it syncs to an atomic clock, which is regulated by somebody somewhere who broadcasts out the accurate time for the world, and wherever you are, you can receive it. In some places you can't, but in most of the places around the world, you can receive this signal. This watch receives the signal, and it updates it, I think, every day, around maybe twice a day. I can't remember exactly, but it updates it every day. So it's pretty much to the second accurate. Now, the new ones, they link to your phone, which I have no problem with that with Bluetooth, because your phone is just as accurate unless it's dead, or you lose internet connection. But other than that, this watch it has a perpetual calendar. It's got your accurate times. You're not going to be late. You're not going to be early. You know, you got a mechanical watch, you're going to run into that problem, especially if you wear it every day and you forget to set it, or to a reference time. Next thing you know, hopefully you'll show up early. I mean, if you're going to work, I hope I show up early than show up late. You know, I mean, that can be a difference of losing your job and maybe getting a promotion. Who am I kidding? Nobody gives you promotions these days. Yeah, I mean, the whole look of it is kind of smartwatch these days, because, I mean, I feel like, when you're wearing it, and it's all blacked out, and it's, it's plastic in these middle parts right here. It's like a rubberized kind of plastic almost. I don't know. It's pretty durable, though. It's held together with little spring bars. If you look, see in there? There's these little tiny spring bars, like what we find in at the main end link. Instead, they're all, which is kind of unique. I haven't seen that really in any other brand other than Casio. So overall, it's a great watch, and I highly recommend it. So let's do a loom shot. And I do wish the light stayed on a little bit longer. And as you can see, that's not much for loom, more so as a backlight. So in all circumstances, it works pretty good. I mean, it's got its advantages. Like I said, you have to push a button, but you always got the ability to see it, even if you're out at like 3 o'clock in the morning and your loom is almost completely gone. And all right, well, what are we going to talk about here? The problem I've had is sometimes you put it on upside down, and you'll be in a hurry grabbing it, go to work, and you're like, oh, I put it on upside down. Because if you notice, it's kind of easily, easy to get it upside down. So, but I guess that comes with the nature of being symmetrical. I mean, you look at the build quality on this, and I wonder about these rubber, the shield, because I know this is a shield, and you can see it's starting to come away from it. Which I know you can peel this off. You can take these screws out right here, and this whole case just pops off. Because that's how you can mod. I don't know if you can mod these, but I know you can mod the cheaper ones because I have done it into a steel version. I've been thinking about doing that with this, maybe go to a titanium case. I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see if there's a mod kit that'll work on this bad boy. Because as much as I like this case, I wouldn't mind it to be titanium and maybe just a bare metal and not black. I think it will work pretty good. If you notice here, the case or the glass, it's not really a glass. Maybe it's a mineral crystal, or maybe it's just glass or just plastic. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, look at it. It's scratched. I mean, and that's just part of this watch. I mean, it's made to get beaten up at your job or whatever you do. And it's not made to be pretty. I mean, I thought about, taking a brush and cleaning it, but it's like, why clean it? I can wash it, rinse it under the sink, but why would I make it look anything other than what it's supposed to look like? This watch is made to do its job. And speaking of doing its job, all around that edge of the display is a solar panel. So it also gets sun. You can see right there it says LMH. That stands for low, medium, and high, and that's your battery power. So if you've been out in the sun and you get sufficient exposure, you'll stay in that H. I've never seen it drop below, and it says RSVD, RSCVD, RSS, BSD, PS. That stands for it received signal. And I'm an idiot because I can't read those little words or little words, little numbers, little letters, little things up there in the corner that they tell you something. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of this watch, and I figured it deserves its praise, because I know there's all kinds of cults for G-Shocks and people who collect every G-Shock colorway and everything, and then there's these go all the way up to like the MRGs that are over $1,000, like what, $2,000, $3,000, and it kind of defeats the purpose of what this watch is. I mean, I guess if you've got that kind of money and money's not an issue, obviously, like if I was rich, like I would say, yeah, why not? $2,000, if $2,000 is like $20 to me right now, then yeah, I would definitely buy one of those Casios. But in my current situation, no, I would not spend that much money on a G-Shock. But anyways, I'm going to let you see some beauty shots of this badass watch as I end it here. And I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my channel. And I hope that I can continue this and show you more watches that maybe people have never seen before. Maybe you're new to the watch industry, or maybe you're just looking to get that perfect piece, that one watch that you never have to buy another watch. This is it. You know what I mean? You're in law enforcement, firefighting, factory working, lawn care, anything you're doing. This watch can be your one and only. This can be it. This can be it. Literally, it's not going to be shiny or flashy, or no one's ever going to notice it. I've never had anybody say, man, look at that watch. It's so cool. It's so pretty. You're not going to get that. I mean, my buddy, he bought an Omega Seamaster, and he had, the first week of owning it, some kid working the register at Walmart was like, is that a Seamaster? My dad has one of those. You're not going to get that experience. You're just not going to get that. But you're also going to get the joy of having a watch that just does its job. And there's something that's nice about that, to have the reliability and the no need to worry aspect of a G-Shock.